I am servant. I am Pisces. Everybody home, getting home, trying to get home, get a hot plate, get a hot dinner. You got a hot wife. Anyways, kings, queens, hope y'all had a really good day. Hope everything had turned out real well with you and everybody around you. I talked earlier about the community and about bringing people in and helping you kind of figure out some things. Um, this is a world that you're going to have to start relying on yourself and your knowledge about what yourself is all about. The planet you are and the principalities coming against you, just remember that, you know, Jesus come in this world and he was one man, okay, to spread the gospel. And he went around healing people. He went around talking with people. And he made their life just a little bit better. And everybody's seen that. They've seen his love out of his heart, his continual giving of himself. That's the way we have to walk into too. I know that, it's rough out there. People are rough-minded. People have rough ways. But it's just a little part of kindness, okay? The little things that you do. The next door neighbor, I always like using that analogy because next door, the people that you work with, the asking of the questions, do you go to church? You believe in Jesus? Everything going good for you? Is there anything I can pray with you about? Can I help you? Just those kind hands. Just your kind hand being put out. Even to a kind handshake, to affirm that this person is actually alive on this planet. He might not have anybody. Just reach there and shake that boy's hand. How you doing? Glad you could be here. Glad you showed up. Same as people that haven't been saved. Hey, come on, we're gonna have a shindig at the church. Let's go eat, and then let the word of God shoot him up. Get Jesus all in him. So the thing that trying to just bring community together, trying to make things a better world. Not gonna get better overnight. Now maybe you will. You'll get happier, and like I said, your energy level goes up, and you have a timeline jump, and having this one-on-one relationship with God, meditating, you're walking down the road, and God's bugging you. That's a good thing. But just understand that, you're very important in this world right now. You can't imagine how important you are. God sent the remnant, okay? That's to match the good. Whatever you do good, he's matching it up, okay? So as you touch somebody, he runs in there. So just be kind to somebody. Just if they're bad to you, say, I love you anyways. It doesn't hurt you to say something like that. Maybe it would if you thought that way. But you don't have to think that way. Trying to tell you how to think. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just telling you what we think, what I think. I'll say it. Long time ago when I was working iron and everybody's rough as a cob out there. We never did say much about that. We had prayers and try to keep our feet square on the iron without hitting the ground. But the thing about it is that it's uncommon for somebody to say something like that. You can go walk into Brahms as soon as the doors fly open. You can scream, I love all of you. And guess what? You got the attention then. But anyhow, just remember, I kind of keep going over everything so nobody forgets what we've been talking about. And Tamaz, Ashtaroth, um, decrees. These things are what the principalities are all about. These names and languages that they've changed from way back when, pushing in on your world. Okay? That's the principality factor. And look here, you're not part of that world. As they say, the Matrix. You're not part of it. You may have to live in it or live around it, but it doesn't have to be your world. You and your husband, you, prince, princess, king, queen, whenever you put these planets together under natural law, your life seems to run like water. Just easy going, just easy as it comes. But the thing that you really have to understand is that God loves you. You're his children. No matter what, Jesus is right here. He's on call with you all the time. All you got to do is say, Jesus, Jesus, thank you very much. Thank you for everything you did. Thank you for bringing the word. Thank you for everything that you've done. The sacrifice on the cross. Thank you. And just be in meditation with it. Get your hour in, and you'll see your things are popping in front of you. Hot dog. Hot dog. Anyways, I was going to come over here to Psalms and read 119, starting at 81. It's caph. My soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. The hope in the word. Believe in the word. The part of hope, God deliver me from evil. God, make these things work out for me. Jesus, I need some help here. The hope in faith. Okay? You have faith. All you got to do is believe it, and it will appear. It will be taken care of. It will be understood. Some things not overnight. Some things immediately. So, and even unto you, like I said, whenever you're taking your meditation, and you're kind of getting this one-on-one thing with the Lord, and you turn around and say, Jesus, you automatically, you already solved your own problem at that second, because he already knew what you was going to say. So, it happens that fast sometimes. Sometimes it takes a little while to get out of it. Remember about self. Self-inflation can be pretty destructive, so stay in the word. Mine eyes fail for thy word, saying, when wilt thou comfort me? Just same thing. Understand that you're comforted. There's things, obstacles, and things going to get in your way. But remember, when you get up in the morning, good morning, Father. Show me my path today. May everything turn out to be your will. Okay? All the will to God. And then you're being comforted. Every morning you get up, everything's going cool. You're having your coffee. You're having your chit-chat with your husband. You're doing your thing. Everything's cool. And then here comes the kids sliding down the hall. But you're cool with that anyways, too, because that's pretty well a normal thing. But understand when you are in your happy times and your energy levels up, because in the downtime, you're going to take that inward, and you're going to say, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. But first, before you do all that, look inside yourself. Maybe you need to pinprick yourself, because sometimes self will sabotage self, okay? Because you want to put it somewhere else, to blame somewhere else on somebody else. Well, maybe I should have said something last year when I thought about it, okay? So understand that understanding what self can do to you, it can sabotage you just as easy as the next person. You know, thinking bad, speaking things. But just understand that as soon as it comes up, all you can say is, I rebuke that. That's not mine. I refuse that. That's not my energy. Okay? Understand that. Keep your energy level up high. I mean, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna feel like a basketball in your stomach, and you're gonna go, oh, I can't believe I just said that. Forgive me, Father, and then let it go. I rebuke that. That's not me. Keep on walking. Certain little tools, certain little things that I use that, you know, Father, I wish you'd drop a car on that old boy. Oh, Father, forgive me. That's not me. That's true. And it'll go away just as immediate as you said it. But do it right then. Don't wait. Okay? Because you remember the boomerang effect. For I am become like a bottle in the smoke. Yet do I not forget thy statutes. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? You got to remember, you know, way back when you know, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all these guys come up in a different kind of world. The world was brutally hard. You made everything, you took care of everything, you bartered and trade for everything. You might have money, you might, but most people that didn't, they were pauper and beggars. They had a tough old life. There's always being kicked around, beat on, and this is the understanding of they had the Father and they had the Word. You know, when wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? Okay? So you got to really understand that today, you know, the same thing goes on, but you got to understand that you've been raised up in this world with this principality. Okay? You don't know that as this is pushing against you, you're taking it for gospel and they're persecuting you with it. And the understanding of why is because of greed. I just wanted to say moral turpitude, but that's not it either. They don't have none. The thing about it is that Satan enjoys this. He enjoys everybody being in the gutter just by being good people, okay? And he's using the principalities to make sure that you stay in a form of bondage. Well, understand that the principality is whatever's pushing against you, whatever you perceive that to be. You take that and digest that, figure that out, and say, guess what? That doesn't serve me. I'm not gonna entertain that anymore. The change in your life will change. Things will start changing up and changing out, and you'll start being wiser and better people and more loving people. And you know, you have a sword too, so don't think that you're just, you know, a teddy bear. Maybe you're a teddy bear with a stiletto in your pocket. So understand that you have rights. You have rights to take care of yourself. You have rights to protect yourself in situations, because you don't know when nefarious things will just jump up in front of you. No thought, no pattern, no nothing, just nefarious. But anyways, let's see, where was I at on that one? The proud have diggeth pits for me, which are not after the law. So the law, you know, of precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. You understand that the law, the commandment, the natural law of life, your life, natural law, and your natural path. There's people out there that will take advantage of that situation, and you know who they are because you can see them. You're staying in your word, you're staying in your meditation. All of a sudden, you see it before it even gets there. Okay, your energy levels up. You have the favor of God on you, and all of a sudden, you're starting to see these things, and you're thinking to yourself, "Wow, I can see the difference between good people and bad people. Now I know what their intentions are, and I just need to stay away from her." And you start determining what's happening before you even get there. So, your discernment goes up and keeps climbing. And then all of a sudden you understand, oh, okay, I read the room. I read what's going on. So just staying in the Word, staying a good person, God will open your eyes. Like I said, hot dog. All the commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongly. Help thou me. That had almost consumed me. They had almost consumed me upon earth. But I forsook not the precepts, thy precepts. So, everything that you go through, your precepts, commandments, your testimonies, statutes, and how they all execute together as one, it gives you an armor that God just automatically knows. He just leads you down a good path. The gifts and blessings that you're laying in front of yourself, the remnant is cooking out here. So all the good, and it's just, like I said, building up a path in front of you to elevate yourself. Your energy levels up. You might have a new job offer. You might have more money coming. You might say, okay, this job don't serve me anymore. Father, I'm thinking about going over there. And guess what? He's going to take your good intentions, and then he's going to focus himself that way for you too. So, all of this works together. And as you work with it, all these things around you are just blossoming. They're blossoming to be such a wonderful place. So the things that are coming, the hard times, the gathering that you do, the community that you work with, the things that you say hi to a bad boy and all of a sudden they're locked up in their head and they have to get Jesus to get it out. So, it's a hoo-yah. Quicken me after the loving kindness, so shall I keep thy testimony of thy mouth. It's the point of just keeping on point. Once you get to a certain level, once you get your first energy pump and your timeline jump, you're hyper level at 360 degrees. And it's natural. It's not like you're on point, but you're always on point and you just don't realize it. You feel what's going on around you, okay? You feel when somebody's down. You feel when somebody needs to be touched. You have laughter with people, that it's just going to be laughter. It's wonderful. It's all I can tell you. It's just wonderful. And you guys that are doing this, collective, we need all your prayers, all the prayers to the Father. mercy, compassion, and love as much as we can get against the wars, against genocide, against it all, because it's moving now. God's got it going, and what you're throwing in goodness, you're just making the light shine more and making God shine just as much as you do. And He's throwing His blessings and gifts down on y'all. And the people that really need it, I was talking like earlier today about guys that are on drugs. No, I've never been hooked on drugs. I couldn't get that way because it didn't serve me. I tried all kinds of stuff, but it didn't serve me. It wasn't made for me. But you guys that are hooked, I told you, and it's the truth. God's remnant's floating now. You want to get that monkey off your back, just because you spilt those 2 cups in front of you and you got yourself on the ground. Pick yourself up. Jesus, I need your help. Keep saying it over and over and over and over again. Turn around. You got 1,000 new cups behind you. Okay? Now they're in front of you. Go find you some help. Okay? Like I said, go straight to the police station. It might not seem the best thing in the world right then, but they'll get you some help somehow. Just remember, you called on Jesus. So you got to stay in it to win it, and you'll be out the other side, okay? Sure, the same old thing's going to call you. It's going to call you. It's going to call you. That's Satan, okay? Doing his job. All you got to do is turn around and say, I rebuke that. That's not me. That's as simple as that. Father, I rebuke that. That's not me. And then y'all go right out the other end. But anyways, I love you guys. Believe it or not, you're in my prayers every night, okay? Every one of you that has a problem. Brokenhearted. The biggest sinners. Everybody that has done anything out there that's doing bad, doing anything bad at all, you're still in my prayers too. Everybody that's out there giving love and you prick somebody, that's in my prayers. Okay? So, you are the most wonderful people on the planet. You're God's chosen children. Okay? Chosen ones. Hey, you're here. So, you're in it to win it. Once you get out from underneath, hey, do what you're supposed to do best. Spread the Father's word. That's what we're doing. So, get her done. Love you guys. But everybody out there, give prayers to your next door neighbor. Give prayers to his house. Give prayers to his trees, Just say prayers, and the Father will double them up, okay? The remnant's floating. It's going through the earth. There's something He wants done. I don't know exactly what that is. All I know is it's supposed to be under love. That's all I know. So, 23 minutes and 40 seconds. Had a little bit to say today, but stay in your Psalms. We're just about the end of it, and it's saying the same thing over again. It's what I'm saying. Once you think that you're, getting a little bone dry, jump back into 119 and go straight through it all, because it's going to say precept, statute, testimony, testimony, and that's in your mind. That's where God wants it locked in at. And He wants you to explore everything that you want to explore in this book. This is the Holy Bible, okay? The King James Version. And the ultra big letters. So, the thing that people got to understand is, I don't know where this book come from, but it sure explains a lot. But the detail, I had gave you some details on Tamaz and how that was an abomination in front of the gate because the wife had done some witchy woo-haw to bring her husband back, which is just nothing but a demon. the thing that the priest had said that was a total abomination, it was, all the way down to Ishtara. Believe that is true, okay? People are doing stuff out there like this every day on everybody, and nobody really realizes it. It's psychological push down, okay? So understand that if you feel like you're in something and you just really don't know, go to church by yourself. Church on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Find the pastor. Tell him what you're in and see if he can explain it to you. Because sometimes you got people against you that you just really don't know that's against you. You know, I got fortunate enough to get hit in the head with a brick. So, anyhow, I will tell you that I love you. You guys keep on rocking the world with love, compassion. Take care of everybody you can. Christmas coming up, can of corn. And if you can afford it, something else. You know, a can of beets. I like beets anyways. But anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I'll be posting back on Monday. I might shoot out something in between. But I will be back on Twitch Monday. And I've got some stuff that I'm running through right now that I'm going to keep working on. And post on Monday. So anyways, I love you guys. Y'all take care. I'm Servant. I am Pisces. Bye.